Welcome back to Jay's Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news and much, much more. Let's go ahead and dive on in. And as you can see, we are talking about some major things that are happening in the market right now. And you guys are probably interested and wondering what is happening out there, what is going on out there. Today, we are going to utilize CMC, okay, to get our prices and all that, because it seems like you guys really like to use coin market cap. All right, and then oh yeah, you guys tuning in, I'll let you guys get with it, okay, so that way we can rock out with all you guys. I see you guys tuning in. Yep, mad love to all you guys rocking. Okay, yes, yes, yes. All right. Yeah, hello, hello. Hello to everybody. Okay, we're using CMC. Okay, we got you. Okay, so we are rocking on CMC. Let's go ahead and get with it. We're going to talk about the charts. We're going to talk about a bunch of different stuff. We're going to swing over and look at social media, see what's happening over there. We're going to take a look at the charts. We're going to talk news that's happening out there, okay? And we're going to take a look at a couple different things that are rocking out. Let me go ahead and hop into the chat so I can drop this across the Telegram group. All right, so you guys in there. I can see you guys over here. All right. Hey, crew. Okay. We got that on there for you guys. Okay. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and into social Telegram. Let's just drop that. Yep, they got it out there. Okay, that's cool. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Okay. All right. PG, rocking, pushing, chilling, chilling. All right, so you guys want to know what's happening in the market today. All right, utilizing coin market cap. Today's overall cryptocurrency market cap is 1.18 trillion, up 0.2% to the upside today. So a little bit of increase in the crypto market. It is midweek, 24-hour volume, 25.4 billion. Bitcoin dominant, 48.4%. Ethereum dominant at 19%. Ethereum gas climbing right now, 32 GUI, so it's a little bit more expensive to process transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. We are mid-range neutral on the fear and greed index. Okay, we actually posted and said which way are we going to swing and go inside of the market. You can see Doge is actually on the trending with XRP. Okay, as you can see that it's the payment stuff. So we're going to take a look at that over on the crypto news, because you can see primed for an absolute game changer, and that's Doge pumps. Okay, talk about payment speculation out there today. Don't forget to swing by Twitter and rock with us, because that's where we've been dropping all the information, and you have a lot of stuff happening over there. So I'll swing by and I'm going to give you guys that inside the chat so you guys can see what's happening. Okay? All right. We got the charts and we got them all. All right, so Bitcoin today at $29,299, 0.1% to the upside, $569.5 billion market cap. 10.3 billion in volume today on Bitcoin. Ethereum at $1,860. Lying flat, we'll say 0.0. Okay, today on 24 hours, $223.9 billion market cap, 4.4 billion in volume today. USDT, all right, look at this, inching up close, about 200 million away from that 84 billion. All right, so over the past couple of weeks, we've seen printing of USDT. All right, and then we also like to look and deep dive into that kind of stuff, because it's wondering, okay, what's actually backing that asset and what's going on in the market as far as stable coins. Okay, so that's interesting when we're going to see what's happening with that. That has $18 billion in volume. All right, XRP in the news today. XRP at 70 cents. 0.09 to the upside, $37 billion market cap, $1.3 billion in volume. Heavy volume right there, okay? BNB on your number 5 spot now. Okay, so XRP is actually flip BNB, okay? And we knew that was going to happen, and it was coming. BNB, Binance sitting at $237.91, 0.1% to the upside today. $36.6 billion market cap, $352 million in volume. All right. So, yeah, XRP, man. USDC, your second top stable coin, now with a market cap of $26.4 billion, $2.4 billion in volume today. Dogecoin at your number 7 top coins, okay, at 7 cents, closer towards that 8 cent mark, all right? You can see in the past 7 days throughout this week, 12% increase. So we were seeing it sit at the 6.5 cents mark, and, you know, we have a nice little increase. $11 billion market cap, 1.1 billion in volume. So people are, you know, turning their eyes to the altcoins, Doge, and, you know, a speculation in pump in the markets, but we're just wondering what's going to be happening, what's going to be going on, you know? Cardano in your 8 spot, at 30 cents, 0.06 to the downside today, $10.6 billion market cap, 184 million in volume, so it's sitting with the heavy market cap, light on the volume. Solano, $24.70. Today, pump on Solano, so interest in the altcoins, 6% towards the upside. $9.9 billion market cap, 485 million in volume. Number 10 spot going to Tron, sitting at 8 cents. 0.3% to the downside today. $7.3 billion market cap. 218 million in volume. Polygon Matic, okay, we're gonna watch these market caps. I'm just wondering, is Matic or Polygon gonna flip Tron with this altcoin interest? And there's also Litecoin. The allocation for mining has decreased, okay, so mining profits, all right, for Litecoin network and script mining is actually interesting to watch. And I mine XRP, and I mean XMR, all right? So I've been seeing some real good profits on the mining there, all right? So Polygon Matic sitting at 71 cents, 0.6 to the downside today, $6.6 billion market cap, 303 million in volume, all right? And then your Litecoin, $89.20, 0.2 upside, 6.5 bill market cap, 342 mil volume, okay? Now we're gonna look, Shiba lovers, Bitcoin Cash though sitting there, 4.6 okay, billion dollar market cap, 174 mil in volume, so it's holding that market cap. It is 1% towards the upside today. Shiba Inu, 4.5 billion, 119 mil in volume. All right, so we're going to be paying attention to see what's going to happen with that. And then you have your Avalanche, 4.5. So a lot of these are sitting right below that 5 billion mark. Binance BUSD stablecoin now, 3.7 billion dollar market cap, 1.4 billion in volume, so a lot lighter on that BUSD stable coin, shedding its market cap, and it looks like Binance is you know, not leading the way in that regard. Okay, so we're going to be paying attention to a lot of different stuff happening out in the markets. What's happening? All right, let's see. Butane, BBC in the house. Shout out to BBC. Okay, shout out live crypto news now, BBC. All right, so we're talking. You could join that chat, okay? So that way you guys can rock out with us in there, and you can see all the stuff that's happening, you know, out in the markets, and then you can also see what's happening here on the different crypto news sites, okay? So we can definitely see what's happening, what's going on in the markets in that regard. Let me fix that for you. In that regard, so we're you know, over on the Telegram channel, and we're over inside the socials, always pushing and rocking with you guys, so you can see what's happening, what's going on there, okay? And pushing across the crypto news, and you can see that we have posts on Twitter, which is now X, okay? X in the house, and you can see continuation of you know, the different charts and all this kind of stuff, and then also joining communities, because we have a nice community going on here, okay? And make sure that you always get with it to join the community, all right? So yes, join the community, all right? Join the community. Okay. All right, so we have you guys over there, so you guys can see that, you know, what's happening, what we're pushing out over here, and what's happening over there at BBC. So you guys are in the know always, and you guys are rocking out with us, okay? Swinging across the board, just knowing it, and hitting the charts, okay? So we're looking at the overall cryptos in the markets right now, and we talked about the stable coins and everything that's happening, so we're just kind of, you know, sitting here, hey, wondering what's going on. All right, so I'm looking at Bitcoin. I'm looking at Bitcoin right now at the 1 hour chart. I'm using an indicator called Traders Reality. Okay, you can see Traders Reality. You can get this indicator also. I do have RSI open down here because I like to see which way the RSI is going, because that just, gives me a good tell-all on what's happening in the markets, okay? All right, so yeah, I got you. All right, so on the 1 hour chart, you can see that we're in the New York trading session time frame, okay, and we're trading above that 50 EMA, okay? Now you can see the patterns that have been happening in this market, all right? As you can see, this is a bear flag. Is it a trap? All right, this is something that we're paying attention to, but we're breaking actually out above that flag because this area. So if we come out at the 429 and a half, okay, which is usually the play on the numbers inside the great exchanges and all that information, so that's something that we're going to be utilizing and looking at of what's happening volume wise for Bitcoin. So you can see that there has been an increase in volume, so we did pull towards the upside with conviction here with this volume right here. All right, so that's something that we're going to be paying attention to, okay? And then also you can see the RSI flipped, and now we're above that yellow line right there. So are we going to break it and then we hit down? That's what we can tell on the different kind of time frames of exactly what's happening and what is going on. All right, longer time frame, okay, as you can see. All right, so we need a potential because we did cross the 50 over the 200 right here. All right, so we need to turn back up. That target on the 200 for the 4 hour for the longer term flip trades, all right, for your swing trading, 29,650 is where we have a target set from the wick out buy-in when we talked about the M1 pivot zone right here. All right, so you can see we have our pivot zones and we talk about those targets as we go. So that way you guys can see what's happening out there. So on longer term, when we talked about our buy-in scales, okay, we got our wave buy-ins, waves of 3, as you know we talk about, and we are heading towards the upside right now with a little bit of conviction in the markets, okay? But we need to pay attention to what's happening in the longer term scale because we want to know. We said if we close below this 50 EMA on the daily that we were going to stay below it, and we did. We held one day below it on the 50 EMA, okay, and now we wicked above it. We need to see today if we're going to close above this. If we're not going to close above this, this is a heavy area of resistance, right, at that $29,400 range, like I was telling you, all right, heavy area of resistance. We can see downward momentum in the charts until we hit that 800 at 27,860. That is a target that is set in the charts for something that I want to pay attention to as we are going and growing in the markets. All right, so that is something that I got my eyes on, and that is something that we're going to pay attention to on the daily. Now let's see, the S&P has a slight pullback today because we talked about this. Look at this. You see how far above this 50 EMA we are? We're overextended. When are we going to revisit those moving averages in the traditional markets? Okay, so on the traditional markets, we'll go down to the 30-minute time frame. All right, we'll grab this for you guys so we can actually see what's happening. And you can see the S&P on the 30-minute trading below the 50 EMA, heading back for that 200 EMA. All right, which you can see right here. All right, so this is something that I'm going to be paying attention to in the markets for today when we have that New York close happening, and if we're going to get a pump right before it and then a sell-off and then flowing over into the crypto markets. All right, gold. People are buying back into gold, so this leads me to believe they're buying their profits from the stock market into safe haven assets and then flowing back in and repeating that. All right, this is on the slower time frame. We're going to go to the daily to show you guys on gold because you see the daily is above those tight zones that we like to trade in. Okay, so that's something that we're going to be paying attention to in the markets today. All right, testing those moving averages and all that. U.S. 10-year bond yields are towards the upside, so people are taking profits in the market and they're buying into for that dollar strength. As you can see, the dollar index actually did pull below, and we had a recovery, and we are back up to that 1.1%. All right, so that's something we're paying attention to. Okay, Bitcoin dominance. All right, after Bitcoin dominance fell, okay, to these levels here at like right below the 50% level for Bitcoin dominance, that is something that we were paying attention to, in the markets overall, to see where are people going with their coins, and the stable coins that are buying out of the market and back into the market, as far as like USDT yields and all that kind of stuff for USDT. That is what you're seeing out there, in the markets. and USDT. Okay, now we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily, and we're talking about Bitcoin on the daily, so we can get that. Okay. Yep, that's your Bitcoin on the daily. And that's what we're taking a look at right now. Alright, so overall long term, let me go ahead and turn this volume off. Okay, Bitcoin on the daily. Alright, so we can actually take a look. Alright, over a longer term. So after we were trading here, coming below moving averages, above, all right, heavy level of support at this area for Bitcoin, okay? So that's something we're paying attention to. We'll swing over into the book map so we can show you guys. So let's go ahead and go through the coins, okay? And then we'll swing over into the book map so that way we can see what is going on for trades. All right, and then in crypto news, but let me go ahead and show you guys. All right, since that way we're looking at all of this information that's happening. Let me get that set up so that way we can get in. I should have got into that already with you guys, but yes, professionally. Okay. Yep, this is BTC USDT, Binance futures. All right, some of the heaviest future trading over here. All right, so that way we can see what's happening over there. And also we can drop, all right, on Twitter, for you guys. All right, let's do a little bit of yeah, a little bit of fun, right? Hitting it out there on the socials. You can get with it. There's a lot of different stuff that I want to take a look at with you guys, so you guys can hit that and have a little bit of fun with it, so that way we can look into what's happening overall in the markets. All right, so we on the daily. All right, so longer term, what's going on with Bitcoin, what are they talking about in the news, and all that kind of stuff, so we can take a look at the book map and see what's happening, swinging on over there for you guys to rock out. But let's go ahead and give you your other prices and stuff like that, so you guys can see what's happening. This is Ethereum on the daily. All right, so as you can see, all right, ETH on the daily below that 50 EMA, because we were testing that 50 EMA, okay, and then trading towards the upside. Now we broke that 50 EMA. All right, the moving averages actually are squeezing in. All right, so that's either a break to one of the sides, but now since we're trading below that moving average, okay, we're hitting those key levels of support. $1,830 target was what we talked about the other day. All right, so we almost wicked and hit that. We actually were right, like a little bit right above that. All right, so when you set your target ranges, you can set a couple dollar above or below. That can make or break you if you are trading towards getting liquidated or getting stopped out on your trades. All right, but you always hit it with conviction on those stop losses on your trades. Okay, so we're actually trading below that 50 EMA on Ethereum. All right, now if we end up seeing more downward momentum in the crypto markets, okay, something that we'll end up seeing when we trade below that moving average area, okay, the next heavy level support, because the 200 has been turning up on the daily, but that's 1,775, okay, for Ethereum, but that's on a longer term time scale. All right, talking about that. BNB, okay, BNB hitting that 50 EMA, all right, pullback on that 50 EMA is something that we were, looking at, because, all the FUD and news and craziness that came out with Binance. That's when we had this nasty dip. all right, but we actually did test that 50 EMA, but now we're riding towards the downside. If we close wicks below that 230 or 231 range, okay, that is making a lower low instead of a higher low on these time frames, so that wouldn't be bullish or good for BNB. You know, as you know, all the FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, you know, out there in the markets. So that's something that, you know, we are paying attention to as, you know, these markets are moving for us. Okay, now let me go ahead and just pull up this RSI here. Okay, so RSI is turned down on that time scale. We'll actually go for you guys. Let's go ahead and go down into the 1 hour time frame. All right, let me go ahead and pull this up so that way we can see what's happening. Okay, so yeah, on the 1 hour time frame, yeah, we are riding below that 50. All right, we did come above it, but now we're staying below it. So yeah, if we come above 238 and start closing candles, then we can close above it. And then the 200 on the 1 hour is at 240. That would be bullish momentum, but right now there's a lot of sell pressure happening, you know, in the markets. Okay, Bitcoin Cash is out there. All right, you can see Bitcoin Cash as it pulled below those moving averages, hitting level support. It's having a heavy pump today in this New York session, so people are looking into you know, gaining assets and into the altcoins, you know, for those profits. All right, so that's something that people are paying attention to, you know, on an altcoin scale. All right, so XRP in the news. Okay, so XRP, nothing really crazy, you know, on, let's see, on trading volume, okay, for XRP, but XRP is in the news for launching its own CBDC, all right, for XRP. And, you know, Elon Musk, okay, so it says, you know, Elon Musk mentions unexpected Shiba Inu mention, you know, and talking about Dogecoin and payment systems, you know, for X, you know, crypto. And Twitter is now X, okay? So you can see that they already hit their branding for X, and they're getting that out there already, you know, on Twitter, all right? So shorter time frame on the 1 hour, let's go ahead and take a look at the daily for XRP, okay? We are just waiting for and seeing where these moving averages are going to sit, okay? As you can see, after we had a, you know, the major pump in XRP with that, you know, the lawsuit, all right, winning, okay? There's appeals hitting, so, you know, you had some, you know, pullback, sell-offs, taking profits, but now we're just mid-range here, all right? We can, you know, what I'm looking at is when are we going to actually come back up towards the price coming towards moving average, or the moving average moving up towards price. So that's something that we pay attention to, you know, overall with XRP, all right? You can see on the daily, you know, we RSI crazy run to the upside, but you can see it's cooling off. So that's, you know, something that you know, it's beneficial for the charts to cool down and cool off, you know, in regards to that. But XRP has been in the news a lot with all this different stuff happening for it. Okay, Dogecoin heads out there. Now that's your Dogecoin pump. On the daily, we are now above that 200 EMA. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. The 800's all the way up there at that 14 cents, so there's a lot of room to run. But we are in a vector candle on the daily after that pump, and then a retrace back to the moving average. It's a 7.5 cent. All right, so like I was telling you guys, that 7.5 cent mark is a mark that, you know, you're looking for when people are trading Dogecoin, you know, in the markets. Okay, so that's something that we're paying attention to. And then we'll swing down. We'll look at Solana for you on the daily, almost hitting, but coming near that 200 EMA, what we talked about, that we were going to come back and retest, and then we had a pump. So that was one of our levels that we talked about, you know, at that $23 even range that we talked about, you know, in these charts. But you can see that we're right at the levels from the other day where we pulled back from. Okay, so that's something that we're paying attention to. Matic, all right, closing daily candles below the 50 EMA. All right, so we said if that happens, we'll have some downward movement. Okay, and we said we'll recover this vector candle, which we did, and recovering this vector candle almost. Okay, 68 cent would be downside momentum or movement in the markets if we do end up seeing more downward momentum. So we did hit that 70 cent mark right there, okay, that we talked about in our videos the other day. So we hit those targets, and it's midweek, it's Wednesday for you guys rocking out. All right, shout outs to you guys. Okay, and yep, pushing out there, loving it. All right, so that's on your Matic time scale. Okay, so what did I want to show you? So Bitcoin overall, daddy in the markets. What's going to happen today? All right, for Bitcoin. So I want to see it come above that 50 EMA. Let's go ahead and take a look at the book map, and let's see where orders are sitting. Okay, of what they are. This one. This one here. Okay, so yes, so we can see where orders are sitting in the book map, okay? Alright, I'm just letting it load. Actually, let me go ahead and take some of this down the charts so we can get it moving more. Alright, so we can see the swings of Bitcoin, and then we can see, okay, 29,150 is a range where they're having orders sit, so 29,100, all right, and then 29,500. So we swing back. 29.5 is actually, oh, okay, so that's last week low, all right, so 29.5. So that's a lot of limit orders are set in that range, as you can see, and then a lot of buy orders set. So you can see right here, okay, with the Bitcoin, but then you see 29, 120, 140, 160, right in that range. A lot of orders sitting there. Okay, so that's what we're paying attention to, of, you know, why orders are sitting in that range for, you know, Bitcoin orders. All right, now let me go ahead and pull it down more to see on volume. So you can see, yes, those limit orders were set on that Bitcoin sale, on that pump, so somebody was trading in that regard, because you can see as you have a pull up. All right, but yeah, the orders are sitting, look at 29,000 even, okay, and then you even have 28,880, and then on your tops, people right below that 30K, a lot of limit orders sitting right there, 29,800. All right, so that's a target that we were talking about, the 29,800 target, because that's something that we want to be paying attention to, you know, where the orders are sitting inside the book map, which is the targets, because this is future trading. And then we have bookmap multi-live, Bitcoin USD, okay. And you can see sell orders sitting right up here, right? 29,450, right in that range, okay. And then let me take a look and see where heavier orders are sitting. Look at 29,220, Bitcoin sitting in that area, so right above that. So it makes me think, okay, they're gonna come back and they're gonna, you know, grab that liquidity, okay. And then you have your sell orders set, you know, up top. All right, so that's something that we're you know, paying attention to in the multi-book. We're going to look at the Bitcoin perpetual futures trading. Let's go ahead and pull this up, and you can see heavy Bitcoin orders sitting over here, and you can see that we had targets hit. Okay, look at that, 29,500 sitting right there. You can see them moving or adding to the orders, and that's what we're paying attention to. And then we have the 28,000, look, 29,000 even, 250 Bitcoin sitting there, 29,100, that's what we're talking about, a lot of Bitcoin sitting right there. So, leads me to believe that we can see some movement for them to swing back and hit that liquidity, or we know that our heavy resistance right at that $29,500 range because of those limit orders that are in the market. So that's something that we want to pay attention to, you know, as the market's swinging, all right? So, that is definitely, you know, something that we want to pay attention to for overall crypto. So for in crypto news, we can see speculation, Doge futures trading up. Crypto traders are buying Doge in hopes of token playing a larger role in Twitter. Okay. You know, consecutive days, yeah, you can see that it has surged over 10%. We showed you that on the charts for the daily, and you know, you see there's a lot of information out there for you know, the trading that's happening. Then when we swing by onto Twitter, okay, and we hit Bitcoin, all right, on hashtags, you know, it tells you the top tags. We see what's happening on Bitcoin. Michael Saylor always pushing for Bitcoin. U.S. Congressman's Bitcoin creator was not innovative. Interesting. Tim Draper says will rise above fiat, and it's better and safer than banks and governments controlling currency. So that is in the major news, so that's pushing information. Largest asset managers, the optimal Bitcoin allocation is a large 84. BlackRock in 2003 follows for spot Bitcoin ETF. All right, so you have big players in the game, okay, pushing for it. Breaking. In big decision, Singapore High Court has declared crypto and Bitcoin to be a property. So Bitcoin is a property. All right. So there's some really bullish stuff happening out there for Bitcoin. So you're going to see that roll into the market. Imagine what they will do with a CBDC if you stepped out of line. All right. Bitcoin is necessary. Okay. So they're talking about the CBDCs. All right. And then they're also talking about, you know, the bull runs and what's happening, and you know, tops and bottom zones. So there's definitely a lot of stuff happening out there, you know, in regards to that. I actually like the charts that they're hitting. President candidate RFK Jr. has officially purchased Bitcoin himself. Okay, so there's a lot of big names actually hitting those, you know, Bitcoin interest in the markets. All right, so that's something that we're paying attention to. Overall, you know, for the markets, for Bitcoin, and for, you know, the market as a whole. All right, now take a look at this XRP. Okay, so we can see XRP. Just regular XRP, anything with XRP, you can see. All right, achieve 3 billion transactions a month picks, and then you can see XRP utilizing the FOMC meetings today. You know, make some noise, XRP holders. All right, so people are really pushing out for the CBDC, XRP with a stable coin. All right, there's a lot of stuff happening there for you know, the financial markets and being able to look and see what's happening there. So that is definitely, you know, we're in it to win it, and you know, we're just hitting the mark over there. Now you can see Elon dropping his for, you know, shout out to you guys for the hitting it. You can see X. Oh, you know, you wouldn't even know. SpaceX, our headquarters. Okay, hitting the sign up. I actually saw some stuff happening there, spreading that internet all over the place. A lot of stuff happening for crypto news. Okay, shout out to you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to sub to the channel. Hit those chats. Mad love for you guys out there as always. Okay. And, you know, for you guys hitting the charts and watching. So today we want to see the daily closing above or below that 50, okay? And that will set our sentiment for the day, but you know that we're on the RSI. But we are turned up a little bit, so we're going to see some catch-up playing in these markets, in these games, all right? So, yes, yeah, baby. All right, shout out for Butane Network, okay? You can hit in the chat. All right, we got all the stuff happening out there for BBC. All right, playing catch up inside the chat right here, and you can see we talked about the book map and where the orders are sitting in the book map right here. So that's what we're going to pay attention to for the day. And you can check out building layer 1 blockchain, in it to win it, ready. You can swing on over and you can catch that. We'll drop that inside the chat too, for everybody to grab that and shout out, because there's definitely a lot of stuff happening there for BBC, as you can see. Okay, and you know, bridge being completed, mainnet live, BBC scan, test the validators, okay, and how the market's moving. So you can definitely see a lot of stuff, you know, going on in these markets. So it's going to be something that we want to pay attention to. All right, and you got your staking, you got all kinds of stuff in-house, and ecosystem fully built, ready and pushing for butane. All right, Gaspad is going to be the incubator for new projects pushing on launching on BBC. Okay, you can mint tokens, you can get the sales, so we're going to have all that stuff coming out for you guys, all right, across the ecosystem, bridging domain servers, NFT platforms, and all that kind of stuff. So there's definitely a lot of stuff for you guys to be able to see, and what's going on and what's happening out there for you guys. You can stop by the chat and you can you know, say what's up, have any questions. You can rock with us, because there's always something happening and going on for you guys in the chats as always. Okay, all right, so you guys, we're chilling with Jade Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news and much more. A bunch of stuff happened today out there.